Today, doing something a bit of a follow-up on the Q300P build that I did a while back. I tried the 240 AIO, didn't work out the way I was hoping for, so I went ahead and bought the Cooler Master Air G100m. It's a air cooler. It kind of looks like a UFO. So I'm going to do an unboxing of it and install in one video. I know that differs from a lot of my other videos, but I'm going to be doing both the unboxing and install and overview in one video. So let's get to opening this box up. Get my trusty knife out. Kind of looks like a dinosaur claw. So there we go. Tape is cut. Close this without cutting myself. What do you know? Up there it goes. Alright, now let's get this box opened up. And ta-da! Look at that. That is nice. As I said before in another video, this has got a copper base. Basically it's a copper core. It's supposed to go all the way up into the fins of the cooler and help dissipate the heat from the CPU. And it is RGB. The fan has RGB in the center. It has these nice opaque blades to help dissipate the color from the RGB. And of course it's got the not bubblegum. Let's see what else comes in the box. Stupid packing styrofoam. There we go. And it comes with a nice little baggie of goodies. Installation hardware, thermal paste, screws, everything that we need, and instructions. Now that we got the box out of the way. Alright. Also, what we're going to be doing is replacing the rear case fan with the Masterfan Pro 120 Airflow RGB. I figured that way I can complete the whole RGB look in the build. And this is the specifications on this. Obviously it's a 120 by 120. It has a switch on the back of the fan. And you know what? Let's pull this out of the box. Get the old knife out. Cut the tape, preferably without cutting myself. There we go. Now we finish opening up, pulling out the fan. All right, comes with 4 mounting screws. And apparently that's about it. It comes with. Alright. Now we got that done. Out of the way. And this fan has 2, and it's conveniently placed together so it's not like 2 totally separate cables. That is nice. Good job, Cooler Master. But you got your 4-pin PWM connector and your 4-pin RGB connector. Again, as I've stated before in other videos, there is a little arrow pointing to the 12-volt side, and then the other 3 are the R, G, and the B. But you want to make sure you line that arrow up with the 12-volt header, or 12-volt pin on the RGB header. Or in my case, I got the RGB controller. So in between segments, I went and already removed the previous cooling solution off this. So looks like you have to reuse, or I mean not reuse the backing plate that comes with the motherboard, but you have to use Cooler Master's backing plate for this cooler, which is cool. Comes with a RGB controller, little basic one. We'll be using the Cooler Master RGB controller that I bought to go with this. And we got Intel LGA 2011 screws. Won't be needing those. We have brackets that come with it. And of course, they're not marked, but it does state the directions, which are which. So, comes with 2 sets of brackets and a lot of mounting hardware. And oh, it even comes with a wrench. Ah, look at that. Check that out. It even comes with a little wrench. Cool. And of course, it comes with its own thermal paste, which I don't think I'm going to be using. I am going to use... Yeah, I'll go ahead and use that. Why not? And it comes with these little plastic clips. Now, according to the directions, let's see, we got Intel holes. And these are for Intel, these are for AMD. Alrighty then. So, go ahead and pour out all the little bits here. Nope. Nope. These wide little punks. Now, in the break, we figured out, according to the directions, how the backing plate system works. Since you got to put these clips on, it comes with these little threaded sleeves. What you do is you basically, once you figure out which is AMD, which is Intel, you go ahead and put, it's a little square at the end, put it through like so, and what it does is it sits in the recess. Then you take this wide clip, making sure that this flat part is on the bottom side, so, or back side, so it holds that threaded sleeve into place, and you just clip that on, and it holds the sleeve in place just like so. So we just look for the other wide one and other wide one. Oops. And then we look for second sleeve or third sleeve and fourth sleeve. And we go ahead and stick those in until it kind of holds in place. Plastic clip. Come on, you son of a bitch. There we go. Tricky little buggers. And voila, backing plate is ready. And you just simply slip it onto the back of the motherboard through those 4 holes. Ta-da! The holes line up. Now, according to this, take these double-ended little bolt-looking things and just thread them into those sleeves. That is not right. Huh. Now it would be really nice if Cooler Master had gone ahead and put a little more detailed instructions on how to do this. Well, I reckon backing plate is going to be on there a little on the loose side till everything all comes together. And then of course we'll just screw these in. They are snug. Once we've got this done, then we are going to want to flip the case on its back side. But first, we'll go ahead and peel this protective plastic off. Make sure you do this. I made this mistake once. I'm not making it again. So we just put that off to the side. Now we just figure out which brackets we need, which I'm going to assume is the larger brackets. And we just go ahead and install the brackets. And why does this not want to work? There we go. All else fails, read the directions. Get your handy dandy magnetized screwdriver out. Ah, crap. Uncooperative pain in the butt. This is not just Cooler Master that makes it a little on the difficult side. A lot of CPU cooler manufacturers do this. If they didn't make it a bit of a challenge, it wouldn't be near as much fun. So just slip that in like this. Take your screw on the screwdriver. Slip it into place, start the threads, making sure again it's snug. Snug, 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 snug. Move this stuff over here. We don't need these little clips because these are for Intel. Don't need the small brackets because again, for Intel. The little wrench. Alright, now we move this off to the side. That off to the side. Flip this up. Oh, that's back side. Stand up. This is where you take the thermal paste that's included with the case, or I mean not the case, the cooler. Squirt on just a pea-size amount. Extra right there. Bit of a large pea, but this stuff is a little more liquidy. So we want to orientate the fan in such a way that we got fan capability. Okay, now it should just slide down on the studs. I will admit, folks, this would be a lot easier if the motherboard was out of the case. And then it's just a matter of reaching in. This is easier said than done. Again, with the case. The motherboard in the case, god damn it. It is a pain in the butt. You little SOB. Have one started. Go ahead and find there's one we lost. Go ahead and slip into place. help if you got the right side. Apparently this is not threaded the same on both sides. Again, using this included wrench. Kind of tighten it down. And I'm going to assume, based on a lot of the other coolers that I've put together, just tighten it down until it don't tighten anymore. Okay, we finally got all 4 of the included nuts tightened up on this. Now it's time to fish the cables through. And there's a spot right back here behind the motherboard tray where we can, well, first things first, the CPU header, the CPU fan header. I'm gonna plug this fan in, or this fan header in. That, there we go, all plugged in. Let's see if we can neatly tuck that cable back a little bit. Now for the RGB header. There is a spot on the back side of the motherboard tray where there is a hole. Alrighty. Carefully lift this up and see if we can fish. Aha! I found the hole. I found the whole hole. Did it wholeheartedly. Alright, now we're removing the rear case fan. We got the CPU cooler all hooked up. Well, mostly hooked up. Usually whenever possible you want to replace these rear case fans. Anyway. Since we have see if I can fish this son of a gun to the back here. Get your handy dandy magnetized screwdriver out. We got this all put together. As you can see, it's all lit up nicely. It matches with the front fans. Overall takeaway experience is, if you're going to install this cooler, if at all possible, take the motherboard out, or put it in before you put the cooler on the motherboard before you put the motherboard into the case if you're building a new system. But overall, not too bad. You basically tighten down the screws and everything down until they can't go any tighter. You really can't over tighten it. So, but other than that, it seems to be moving a lot of air around the back of the CPU. It's not all that loud. I mean, I can hear it, but that's with the side panel off. So let's go ahead and put the side panel on. And it does seem to help make it a little quieter. Next we'll be testing the thermals on it to be able to conclude this video. So, overall, not too bad. Fairly quiet, a lot quieter than the AIO solution. Of course, I had made a mistake with that, so that would explain why that was so loud and why it ran so hot. But so next up is going to be the thermal. So now we got all this installed into the case, got it all fired up, ran the thermals. This runs very silent, about on par with the stock cooler at stock speed, but I had this overclocked. I had the game mode turned on, which overclocked it to 3.7.5, or basically 3,750 megahertz, 3.7 gigahertz and a half gigahertz. Anyway, so this ran in a roughly a 70 degree Fahrenheit room. This one ran no hotter than 69 degrees Celsius with the overclock on the CPU only. Ran beautifully, ran very quiet. I think I only ran about 800 RPMs on the on this fan. System is very quiet now, so I would highly recommend this for any small form factor build where space is an issue for a CPU cooler, like a ITX build or micro ATX build in a small form factor case that has space issues. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. If you didn't like it, then thumbs down. If you have any comments or questions, leave it in the comment section below. Still trying to get the whole social media thing worked out for our channel, so as soon as I've got that 100% solid, I will leave updates leave links to the social media pages. But other than that, yep, this has been the Cooler Master Master Air G100M. Thanks for watching.